Hi, welcome to my morning of knitting gloves and having quiet time while my 3-year-old's at school. Well, preschool. I'm currently knitting, if I can reach it, set of gloves, which need sewing up, but hey ho. And you know what? It'll be done by the end of this evening. So they're just a simple set of gloves that will be knitted on my SK860 midguage. And they're really quick, they're easy. It's a simple little pattern. It'll keep everybody going. And if you want it, just say hi, chat, whatever. We'll see how we go. If I'm quiet, it's because I'm trying to concentrate and work at the same time. But we'll live. Right, off we go again. Okay. So the first thing you do is, my tension is set to 6. I'm currently using a double knit yarn. If I was using a 4-ply, it would be 6. I forgot to adjust my tension on this one, so I can't really have one glove on a tension 6 and one on a 6.2. If you're using double knit yarn for a set of gloves, I would recommend to sit at a 7 or a 6 which is a 6.2 in my world, because that's how I would work. Ugh. Coffee. I need coffee. My brain is so frazzled at the moment. It's just not working. Right. So to start off with, we knit a 3. I don't have a ribber on this machine. I will do a video of the actual pattern at a later date. But yeah. So what we start is a 3x1 false rib. So cast on 3, skip 1, cast on 3, skip 1. You want 10 sets of 3 out, and you want to knit 40 rows. So here we go. I've already cast on. I did a simple E-wrap cast on. So we'll just keep going. Right, so when you've done the 40 rows, you're going to pick them up. Why, when you have the tool right in front of you, it just magically disappears within 3 seconds and you haven't moved? That's the worst bit. You haven't actually moved. Nope, that's a pen. Is that the right one? Nope. Is that the right one? Nope. I have too much stuff in my box. I have to seriously sit. Haha! I found it. So, right, once you've knitted the 40 rows off, what you're going to do is then pick up your cast on row and put it back onto the needles. It's a simple one step at a time, basically. We'll get there. I missed. I will get better and better and more comfortable doing these things as I progress, but hey, only one thing at a time one can do. Ugh. Get off. And what I'll do to these gloves when I finish is I'll add a little flower to the top of the glove. Now, if you don't add that, what's great about them is you can basically wear them on either hand. It doesn't really matter. So they're great at that. If you add a decorative detail to the top, it means that you've actually designated which side your fingers are going and which hand is which, basically. So I remember if you're adding something decorative to the top of it, like an applique, which is what I will be doing to these ones, I'll be adding a little flower with a little bead to make them look a little bit more pretty. Right. This time we don't lose this. I'm going to put it on the laptop in the hopes that we don't lose it a second time. Right. Next. I really should print off the pattern. Okay, so if I can't see briefly, that's because I had to pop the pattern back up in front of me because I'm a duck egg. And I forgot to print it off this morning when I was connected to the printer. But you can find my pattern for these up on Ravelry. I call it Ravelry. Is it called Ravel or something like that? Yeah, but you'll find them as the variegated flatbed gloves. And the only difference is I'm just doing a solid color. So instead of doing the variegated where it says change yarn, just forget about that and just keep going with the pattern. Okay, now all your needles are back on the bed. Pull out all the non-working needles back into the work position through the original cast-on loop bit. You know what I mean. If you do this, if you work on knitting machines, you know what I mean by take your cast-on row and put it back on and then feed your needles through your cast-on row. What that does is instead of leaving teeny tiny holes where your needles are, it'll just fill them in naturally, so you won't have a little tiny row of holes around the gloves. Okay. Next, round 2. Okay, and works better when you actually get the pattern to where you need it to be. Okay. So we've got to knit one row and then bring a needle out on each side. Ooh. Always stuff. What is wrong with you now? Sometimes these machines don't like to play ball. Even though she did the other one fine 10 minutes ago. And you know what? She's just being a pig. Behave. And yes, I swear at my machines. It's a bit like a sewing machine. If you swear to throw it in the tip, it might actually listen to you and work. I know it's an inanimate object, but it still works. Get off. Right. Next. Round 2, we'll try that again, shall we? And look, there she went. No problem. Sometimes you just got to pop it back and try again. Right, so you got to bring a needle out each side because you need that little bit more gap. And then what we're going to do is knit another... And then knit another 9 rows. Or just plain knit. Hey! Behave! 7, 8, and 9. Now what we're going to do is take the heel of your outer edge stitch and put it on to the next stitch. And you're going to do this every other row. And we're going to do this for 5 rows. Well, 5, give or take an 8. Oh no, what am I doing? It's not 5, it's 12 rows. So, but what you want to end up with is 7 additional stitches on each side of the bed. Now, I didn't actually start in the middle, and if I remember correctly, this will end up somewhere. Nope, my brain's gone. I can't do math today. Never mind. You'll see what I mean when I post a video about how to make these gloves. You will see that anyway. So, I'm going to try and actually do this on a Friday, if not, well, sometime during the week you will find this. Eventually, it will go on a certain day of the week that I will do a live of something I'm knitting down the road anyway. I cannot wait. This is going today. I can't stand it anymore. Anyway, I digress. I got lost. Never mind. Next. Right. So yeah, you're going to take the heel of your last stitch and put it onto the outside stitch. So you're adding an extra 2 stitches on each side of it. And you want to get to 7 extra needles on each side because that's going to be your thumb pan. Okay? So you're going to move them out, knit 2, move the next set out, and so forth and so forth. And you get the idea. Okay? I really need a coffee pot in here. Right, next. 1, 2. Come on. Sorry, 3, 4. So that was the second needle out. This is now the third. Oh, come on. Thank you. 5 and 6. We are on number 4 now. 7, 8. Oh, this is number. This is needle 5 that's out. Oh, stop. Thank you. Ooh. I had a little knot in my arm which I didn't notice, which is why it went a bit weird. So that's why that caught on there. Right. Ha. Fixed it. Okay, I'm just going to quickly unravel that little section and re-knit it fast. Okay, and to do this, all you have to do is bring all your needles out. Now my machine is a little bit tight on hold, but she's just gonna have to live. So you put her on hold for both ways. Bring her over the needle bed. Find where that stitch decided to play up. Bring your yarn over the top of the needles that will remain in, it would be the working position, but it will be the non-working position because everything's on hold. And you're going to pull back all the needles that you need to re-knit, because then it all stays in the same tension. And don't forget to pull your yarn back through your yarn feeder because it's decided to be a pain in the ass. See? Nothing new. Yay! And off we go. Now all you do is knock it off of hold and carry on. Now, where are we? Let's just do a quick count, shall we? Oh, we're at 6. So one more, make 7. Right. So we're going to take the back of the stitch and put it on the next stitch. And we're going to do another 2 rows. Ooh. Ow. 2. Next is, what's next? I'll find a brain in a minute. I swear, I promise I will find one. I feel like I don't have one at all at the moment. Next is pull everything out onto hold on the left side of the carriage, all the way up to the last 7 needles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So go out. And then what you're going to knit is another 6 rows with everything else on hold bar those 7 needles. And then when you've knitted those 6, you're going to cast it off and then take the carriage over to the left side and do the same thing. So you put 7 needles back into the working position, knit 6 rows, cast it off, and off you go from there. And then you knit the rest. I'll get there. Don't worry. We'll get there in the end. I'm sure we will. Oh! I've got a lovely little I'll find a brain. I swear I will find a brain. I've got a lovely little kit coming from a friend of mine called Jay's Knits, based in Kilrush here. And he's doing a little, I think it's a skeleton key ring that you crochet with the yarn and the needle and, well, the yarn and the hook and everything you need to make it. So I will be doing a little review on that later on. What am I doing? I'm about to cast it off and I haven't knitted the 6 rows that I need to knit. Talk about dumb. Duh. Brain cells, there is none today. Absolutely 0. Next. Right, I'm knitting. That's what I'm doing. I'm knitting 6 rows. Okay, put that up there so you don't lose it again. Whoopsie, what happened there? All tangled somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I do a gate peg cast off for these 7 stitches. Just because it's so much quicker and it gives it that little bit of elasticity, just that little bit, but it makes it comfortable to wear as a glove. Come on, stop being a pain. Thank you. shiny scissors. I love the new shiny scissors. Okay. Okay, so what we've done is we've just done this part here, the bit your thumb sits in. And it'll sit somewhere up here. So if you like having longer thumb worms, they're very good for that. Right, next. So what we're going to do is we're going to, well, because it's still in the hold position, we're going to take the yarn out briefly. We're going to take it straight across the needles. We're going to put the 7 that we need back into the working position. 6 and 7. And then what we're going to do is this same thing. You rethread the we rethread the yarn, and off we go again. Right, 1. I see what I did. I made a boo-boo because I left one needle all the way at the other end in work. So we've got to quickly take this back 2 rows and try again. Silly me. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We just do it again. It's not a big hiccup, just a little one. Get off. All right, try this again in round 2. I hate how tight she is on hold. All right, that's 2. 3. Whoops. 4. We'll try that again, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, that is 6. That is 6. My table moved because she doesn't like being on hold. To be completely honest, she hates it. She does not like being on hold, and I don't know why currently. If anybody has any ideas, please let me know. Anyway, she needs a clean. I need to give her a clean this week. Anyway, where was I? I was casting off a thumb. Hold on. Yeah, that looks right. Might just be my brain. I think I was on 4. Yeah, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, we are there. It's just my brain. Yep. Come on. You. And when you've cast off the thumbs, you're just going to knit another 18 rows. You're done. Or 16, depending on how long you want them. It's not complicated. This is what I call you keep it simple, stupid kind of pattern, rather than trying to make yourself, rather than making it more complicated than it needed to be. Okay, Next. Oh, scissors. I'm at the cutting off the thumb. Whoops. Next, take this bit and feed it through. And off. Yay. And next, we're just going to knit 18 rows. That's it. And then you cast it off. And it's that simple. And when you cast it off, it makes a natural little roll by about 3-4 rows. So it makes a really nice, pretty little decorative bit. You don't have to do anything to it. It's really, really simple. But it works. Yeah. I need more coffee. We need more coffee. We need a coffee pot in the studio. That is definitely something I'm gonna have to get, is a coffee pot just for in here. So I don't have to go to the kitchen and get coffee. Because I run on coffee. Stay-at-home mom to a 3-year-old? Yeah, I run on coffee. Like most moms in the world, I run on coffee. 18 rows, that's very rare. 18 rows. Right, here we go, row 1. Oh, I forgot to take it off a hold. Wouldn't have done it then. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I did 16 rows for this. I didn't do the full 18 because I have slightly shorter hands. So it makes more sense for me to do it on a smaller scale than the bigger scale. Depends on the length of your fingers, but I only got short ones. Right, next. Casting off. No viewers today. Try again next week. Yeah. La 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 la. And we cast off. The most annoying bit about machine knitting, the bit that takes the longest time, is casting off. Oh. I really wish there was something for the silver reed in particular that would cast off for you. It would make my life so much easier. And then I wouldn't have to worry about tensions and stuff because I always bugger up. Halfway there. Yay! And then we definitely need more coffee, so I'm going to be saying bye shortly when we get to the other end. And then you can see there's now 2 pairs of gloves. And then I suppose I should really do my mother's. Whoops, I dropped it. Where did you go? Okay. So, try that again. Around 2. what I get for being silly. There we go. Fixed it. Isn't it always awful? Drop stitches. It drives me bananas. Yeah. I also get to see how insane I am. Nothing new. Come on. Oh, come on. It's caught itself in a weird spot. Thank you. Let's try that again. Thank you. Come on. Thank you. Oh, okay. Yay, last 3. Oh, and I will be you can either sew these up or sew it up on a linker. I'm going to pop it on the linker later on, and I'll probably do a little video of it being on the linker and sorting it out that way. Have little gloves. Anyway, if you needed just a little Christmas gift that kept people's fingers warm or whatever, they're really simple. And I will do a pattern that doesn't have the variegated stuff in it, just to make the really simple gloves. I'll also do a pattern that has the cable in it, because I do one with a cable. It's the same pattern, it's just putting a cable in it, and that's all. Right, okay. Woo! Circular needles that are some reason in the box that they shouldn't be in, but hey, we'll do is we'll just go, okay, just for a change. We'll just nod and agree and go, yeah, all right, whatever. Yay! Second glove. So, 2 pairs of gloves. That need to get sewed up and washed, because once you wash, particularly these, when you wash them, they become a lot softer. That's the one thing about double knit, particularly on this machine, particularly when you're doing it on the 6 tension, that it feels a little bit stiff. So if you throw it in once it's sewed up and all your ends are in, that is, you throw it in the wash on a quick wash, it'll soften it up and make it ever so slightly softer. If you tumble dry, it will make it softer again. But be careful of that, because you don't want to make it too big, because acrylic, even though it doesn't felt, it does stretch quite bigly. So you have to be careful with what you're doing. But other than that, right. I need to make a pair of gloves for my mother, and I need to go and get a cup of coffee. Live on it. Hey! Anyway, see you later. I will try this again next week. Hopefully, I will knit something different for you, and we'll see how we go. All right, bye. End. Yay!